So dear student, I want to write the difference between Newton-Raphson as well as bisection method. If I represent the data in terms of mode, then it is very easy to understand. If I substitute x equal to 4 in this equation, I am getting the answer 4. This Spearman's rank correlation is nothing but the rank correlation. Hello to all, a warm welcome to my model question paper session. I am your Revati ma'am, faculty from the Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. So dear student, in my today's session, I am going to deal with the model question paper of the subject Numerical and Statistical Analysis. And this paper is only for 80 marks. So dear student, if I consider this paper, I have two sections, that is part A and part B. Dear student, under part A, it is for 20 marks. Part B is for 60 marks. Part B is for 60 marks. Now, dear student, if I consider part A, what kind of question you can expect? That is 2-mark question. So, dear student, under part A, I am going to get 12 questions. Fine. Out of 12, I want to answer any 10 and each question carries 2 marks. So 10 into 2, it is 20. Now dear student, let me to begin my today's session with part A. So here, what is the first question I have? List the different types of iteration method. So dear student, this question comes under unit 1. Okay. So I want to list the type of iteration methods. I hope we discussed bisection method, regular falsy method as well as Newton-Raphson method. Now dear student, I am going to have my second question. Explain the different types of errors. So dear student, once again this question comes under unit 1 and first chapter. So dear student, under unit 1 we have discussed what is an error. In that we have discussed two types of errors, that is absolute error and relative error. Now dear student, moving on to third question. Write the difference between Newton-Raphson and bisection method. So dear student, I want to write the difference between Newton-Raphson as well as bisection method. So these two are the type of iteration method. Now, what is bisection method? So the rate of congruence is linear. If I consider bisection method, the rate of congruence is linear, so it is very slow. So what about Newton-Raphson? Here the rate of congruence is quadratic or second order, and I can able to write the difference in terms of formula. So dear student, if I consider bisection method, I have the formula x0 plus x1 whole divided by 2. Whereas if I consider Newton-Raphson method, I have the formula x0 minus f of x0 divided by f dash of x0. So these are the certain difference between Bisection method and Newton-Raphson method. So dear student, based on the question, you have to write the answer. Now, the next question here is, what is ill condition? So dear student, this question comes under Unit 2. And this comes in the augmented matrix representation. So dear student, we are having system of equation, and in my system of equation, if I make any modification with respect to coefficient of the variables, that leads to error or that leads to changes. That is itself known as ill condition. Now, I have another question. What is pivot element? So, dear student, this question once again from the Unit 2. Okay. So, pivot or pivot element is the element of a matrix. So, what is pivot element? It's nothing but the element of matrix or an array which is selected firstly by the algorithms like Gauss elimination, Gauss Seidel as well as Gauss-Jordan method. In the case of matrix algorithm, the pivot entry is usually required to be at least distinct from 0. In the sense, whatever the pivot element I am going to select, that must be distinct from 0. In the sense, pivot elements are not 0 and often distinct from it. In that case, it is called pivoting. So here, pivoting may be followed by an interchange of rows and columns. That means pivoting of an element can be achieved by interchanging rows as well as columns respectively. The next question here is, define interpolation. So dear student, this question once again from the second unit, and the chapter name here is interpolation. So what is interpolation? Interpolation is a technique used to estimating the value of a function for the intermediate value of the independent variable. So if I consider interpolation, okay, it is the estimating value that ranges with some internal value or it depends on the independent variable. Now, I am having my 7th question, that is, what is fourth order Runge-Kutta method? So, dear student, if I consider Runge-Kutta method, according to the syllabus, we have studied second order and fourth order. If I consider second order, I want to consider K1 and K2. If I consider fourth order, then I want to consider K1, K2, K3 and K4. So, the most commonly used Runge-Kutta method to find the solution of a differential equation is the Runge-Kutta 4 method. So, here Runge-Kutta 4 method provides the approximate value of y for the given point x. So, here I have K1, K2, K3 and K4. So, what is K1? That is height into function of x0, y0. Then what about K2? Here K2 is nothing but height into function x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus k1 by 2. Then what about K3? So, h height into function x0 plus h by 2, y0 plus h, that is K2 divided by 2. Now K4, that is height into function of x0 plus h, y0 plus k3. Therefore, I can able to find the y1 with respect to y0 plus 1 by 6. So, it is fourth order. So, 1 by 6 of k1. The next variable k2 into 2 plus 2k3 plus k4. Now, dear student, I am going to have the 8th question, that is, write the difference between trapezoidal rule as well as Simpson's rule. So, dear student, this question is under 3rd unit. Okay, see here. The result can be obtained by the trapezoidal rule will not be affected because the boundary between coordinates is considered as straight. If I consider Simpson's, whatever the result we are going to obtain, okay, that is completely based on the curve of the boundary, that is nothing but convex or concave towards the baseline. If I consider trapezoidal rule, it's also called by the name trapezium rule. If I consider Simpson's rule, it is called by the name parabolic. So, dear student, I want to write the answer based on the marks. So, this question is only for 2 marks. So, 2 difference is enough. Now, dear student, I am going to have the 9th question, that is, what is frequency distribution? So, what is frequency distribution? It is mainly used to represent the occurrence of item or occurrence of an element. So here frequency distribution in statistics, it is nothing but the graph or data set organized to show the frequency of occurrence. So it's mainly used to represent the occurrence of each possible outcome of a repeatable event that is observed many times, and it is represented in terms of histograms or pie chart. Now I'm going to have the next question, that is, explain how to calculate standard deviation. So dear student, this question is from 4th unit. To find the standard deviation, first I want to find the mean. That is nothing but arithmetic mean. So here, to find the square difference from the mean, the data value minus mean whole square. Now, find the average of the square difference, that is variance equal to the sum of square difference divided by the number of observations. Next, to find the square root of variance, I want to consider that is standard deviation equal to square root of variance. Now, dear student, I am going to have the another question from 4th unit, that is, what is group data and what is ungrouped data? So, dear student, if I get the range like 0 to 20 or 20 to 40 or 40 to 60, okay, then it is termed as group data. So, group data means the data or information given in the form of class interval. So, these are nothing but the class interval. Then what about ungrouped data? The data is defined as individual value or individual element. For example, 10, 5, 20. So, these are the individual elements. Now I'm having my next question, that is, list the merits of mode. In the sense, I want to list the advantages of mode. So it is comparatively easy to understand. So dear student, if I represent the data in terms of mode, then it is very easy to understand. It's also very easy to represent in terms of graphs, in the sense pie chart, bar chart, etc. It is easy to locate in some cases by inspection. The next advantage, it is not affected by extreme values and it is the simplest descriptive measure of average. Now, dear student, I am going to have part B. So, dear student, in this part B, I am having 60 marks. Fine. From each unit, I have 30 marks. Okay, so unit 1, 30, unit 2, 30, unit 3, 30, and unit 4, once again it is 30. Okay, but out of 30, I want to answer only 15 marks. So here, unit 1, 13th question, A and B option. Under A, first question, second question. Under B, first question, second question. So here all. So dear student, it is left to the student that they can opt any one section, either A or B. But they have to select full section. Okay, so it is for 15 marks and this is also for 15 marks. So dear student, let me to consider my first question under part B and it carries 8 marks and the question is, use bisection method in 5 stages to find a real root of the equation x3 minus 2x minus 5 equal to 0, correct to 3 decimal places. So dear student, in bisection method, if the roots are not given, then what I want to do? I want to use trial and error method and I want to start substituting the values. For example, start x equal to 0. When x is 0, I am getting minus 5. So, when x is 1, I am getting minus 6. When x is 2, I am getting minus 1. And when x is 3, I am getting 16. And I am going to stop the iteration because when I get two alternative sign, I want to stop the procedure. And what is the root? The root lies between 2 and 3. Fine. So, dear student, see here, root lies between 2, 3. Now, I want to find out x1. What is the formula? A plus B divided by 2. So, what is A? A is 2, B is nothing but 3. 2 plus 3, it is 5 divided by 2, it is 2.5. I got 2.5. Okay, fine. If I got 2.5, then what is my next procedure? I want to find out f of x1. Okay, when I find f of x1, I am getting 5.627. It is a positive number. If it is positive number, what I want to do? I want to write A as it is and I want to change B with x1. Okay, so what is the root initially? 2 and 3. So 2 is nothing but A and B is nothing but 3. Okay, now my root is A is 2 and B is nothing but x1. What is x1? That is 2.5. See here. Okay. And in this stage 2, once again I am going to find out x2. So dear student, this procedure is going to continue unless I am getting the answer. There are certain time this iteration may go longer. Okay. And while reading the question, you have to read the question carefully, because I don't know when to stop the iteration. Okay, in the question itself, they are going to mention when to stop. And if I consider this example, in the question, they mentioned that when we reach fifth stage or fifth iteration, we want to stop the iteration. Okay, fine. Now, my next question, it is for 7 marks. Use the regular falsy method to find a real root of the equation, that is x cube minus 2x minus 5 equal to 0, and correct to 3 decimal places. So in the question, they mentioned when to stop the iteration. If I consider both the iteration, if I am having in my 3 decimal places same values, then I can able to stop the iteration. Okay, fine. Here, let what is f of x? That is nothing but the function x cube minus 2x minus 5. Same trial and error method in order to find out the roots. Therefore, the root lies between 2 and 3. In the sense, start substituting x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, and so on. When I want to stop, when I reach or when I get to alternative sign, that is positive and negative value. So when I am going to get positive and negative value when x equal to 2 and when x equal to 3. In the sense, when x equal to 2 I am getting negative value, and when x equal to 3 I am getting positive value. Therefore, the root lies between 2 and 3. And here I am going to start from 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, so on. So here I am going to start from 2.1. Now x is 2.1 and I am going to substitute this 2.1 in the equation. Okay, and I am getting some positive answer. Now the root lies between 2, 2.1. Okay, fine. Now what is the formula? That is a into f of b minus b into f of a divided by f of b minus f of a. So that is nothing but when I substitute the values, I am getting the answer 2.0942. Now, in my step 2, see here, I have x value, that is 2.0942, and when I substitute these values in the given equation, I am getting the answer some negative value. Okay, if I am getting some negative value, what I want to do? I want to change A and B remains as it is. I want to change A to x1. 1. So here, see, I am getting some negative value. So I am going to change A to x1. So what is x1? That is 2.0942, 2.1, and I am going to start substituting. So dear students, see here, I am getting once again same answer. Okay, that is 2.09455. Okay, and I'm going to stop the iteration here itself, because in the question they mentioned that when I'm getting say 3-digit decimal values, I want to stop the iteration. Now, dear student, I have my next question, that is use Newton-Raphson method to find a real root of the equation x cube minus 2x minus 5, which is equal to 0, correct to 3 decimal place. So dear student, once again I want to find the root. In the question they did not mention the root. If that is the case, what I want to do, I want to use trial and error method, and I am going to start substituting the value x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, and so on. Okay, fine. See, when x is 2, I am getting minus 1, and when x is 3, I am getting 16. So, it is negative, and this is my positive value. Okay, fine. So, what I will do, I am going to stop the iteration, and x0 as always starts from 2. Okay, and I have the formula. See here, this is the formula. x0 minus f of x0 divided by f dash of x0. So, dear student, I know what is x0, even I know what is f of x0, but what about f dash of x0? That is nothing but I want to find the differentiation of the given equation. So, what is the equation I have? X cube minus 2x minus 5. Okay, so what I want to do? I want to differentiate all these elements with respect to x. So, here x cube, it will become 3x square minus 2 into x. What's the differentiation of x? X is nothing but the 1. So, I'll get 2 minus 5. It's a constant. So, differentiation of constant is nothing but the 0. So, I'm getting 3x square minus 2. Fine. Now, I'm going to substitute all the values and I'm getting the answer 2.1. And this is the x value for my next iteration. Okay, I'm going to substitute. So, I'm getting the answer 2.0946. Okay, in my x3, I'm getting 2.0946. So, dear student, both the values are same, in the sense same values are repeating. If I proceed further, once again I am getting same answer, so I can able to stop the iteration. Now, dear student, I have another question under 14th question, that is find a root of an equation f of x equal to square root of 12 using secant method. Okay, so here f of x is nothing but square root of 12, x equal to square root of 12, and squaring both the sides I am getting x square equal to 12. If I simplify further, I am getting x square minus 12. Okay, fine. Now, once again, I want to find out the roots. For that, what I will do, I will start substituting the value x equal to 0, x equal to 1, x equal to 2, x equal to 3 and x equal to 4. So, dear student, when I substitute x equal to 3 in this equation, I am getting minus 3 answer. And if I substitute x equal to 4 in this equation, I am getting the answer 4. So, one is negative sign and one is positive sign. So, I am going to stop the iteration. Okay, fine. See here. I got x0 equal to 3 and x1 equal to 4. Okay, now what is the formula used to find out secant method? This is the formula. Okay, so x2 equal to x0 minus x1 minus x0 divided by f of x1 minus f of x0 into f of x0. Okay, I have the x0 value, I have the x1 value, even I have f of x0 value, even I have f of x1 value, and I'm going to substitute the value. Okay, I'm getting x3 value. Okay, fine. Dear student, now I want to swap the value. Okay, so here I have x0, 3, x1 equal to 4. Next iteration, that is x1 comma x2. x1 is nothing but the 4 and x2 is nothing but whatever the answer I got 3.4286. Okay, so x1 is 4, as I said x1 is 4, x2 is 3.4286. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to substitute the value. See, I'm getting 3.4615. What about x2 now? x2 is nothing but 3.4286. Then what about x3? That is nothing but 3.461. Okay, see here. x2 is 3.4286 and x3 is 3.4615, and when I substitute these values in this equation, I am getting the answer 3.4641. Okay, this is the required solution for this equation. Now, dear student, I am going to have the 14th question. Under 14th question, A, under that first question, solve the following system of equation by Gauss elimination method. So, dear student, whatever the question I have, I want to represent that in terms of system of equation. Okay, so these are the augmented matrix. Okay, now according to the Gauss elimination method, I want to eliminate these three values. In the sense, I want to make these three values 0. So what I want to do? I want to consider row. Okay, I want to consider row and I want to construct the formula in order to make only these three elements 0. Anyway, let me to consider first step here. See, I want to make this one 0. So 1 minus 1, it is 0. So what I will do? I am going to make R2. So this is my R1, R2 and this is my R3. Wow, fine. Okay, I am going to make this R2 is 0. So what I will do? Minus R1 plus R2. And when I subtract, I am getting the answer 0. And next time I want to become this element 0. Okay, R3 minus, that is R3 equal to minus 2R1. So it is 2R1. Okay, I want to 2 minus 2R1 minus, that is plus 2. So both will get cancelled. Answer is 0. Okay, now see here. If I want to make this element 0, okay, this element 0, I have minus, see, when I subtract this 2, I am getting the answer 0. Okay, or even I can consider, see, if I consider row and if I consider this one, this value may get changed. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to consider first row, I'm considering second row. Okay, so in my second row, minus 3 is there. Okay, so what I am doing, R3 equal to R2 minus 3R3. Okay, minus, so it is R2 is minus, plus into minus, Okay, so this will get cancelled. So I'm getting the answer 0. Now whatever the matrix I have, I'm going to represent that in the form of system of equation, and I'm going to find z, x and y value. So x equal to 2, y equal to 3 and z equal to 4. Now dear student, I'm going to have another question, that is solve the following system of equation by using Gauss-Jordan method. So dear student, in the Gauss-Jordan method, I want to make this lower triangle 0 and this upper triangle 0 except diagonal matrix. So once again, I'm going to construct the formula and I'm trying to make these elements 0. Okay, once I made first column 0, then I want to make this element 0. See, okay, now all my lower triangle values are 0. Now I want to make these three values are 0. Now I want to construct the formula in such a way that I just want to change 2 and 1. In the sense, I want to make 2 to 0 and 1 to 0. See. Okay, now I'm writing the formula to make this 1 as 0. So here R1 equal to R3. R3 is 0. 0 plus 1. So 1 I'll get as it is. Okay, fine. So dear student, minus 1 plus 1 get cancelled. So it is 0. So it is 0. Okay, now R3 minus 3 plus 4, the answer is 1. So here I am having the answer 1. Therefore, see, these are the diagonal matrix and this is nothing but the identical matrix. Okay, and see, x is 1, y is nothing but 2 and z is nothing but 3. Now dear student, I am having part B. Okay, that is from 14th question, part B, first question, that is solve the following system of equation by Gauss-Seidel method. That is 10x plus y plus z equal to 12, x plus 10y plus z equal to 12, x plus y plus 10z equal to 12. See. Okay, these are the equation. Now, I have the Gauss-Seidel method. Okay, this is the formula. In the sense, x equal to whatever the value I have. So, x value. I'll take x outside. Okay, 12 minus y minus z. And for y, okay, I'm taking y outside. So 1 by 10, 12 minus x minus z. And if I take z outside, 1 by x. Okay, 12 minus x minus y. Okay, fine. Now, see here. Initially, I'm going to take x equal to 0, y equal to 0 and z equal to 0. Now, I'm going to find out x value. Okay, now whatever the x I'm getting, I'm going to substitute those x values in my further equation. See here, I have the x here. Okay, here also I have the value x. So I'm substituting the x value and I'm obtaining the result. Now, in my next iteration, here my x value, y value and z value changes. Okay, so my y value, that is 1.80, my z value 0.972. Okay, and when I calculate, I'm getting the answer 0.9948. Now, this is my x. So, x is the new x value and my z remains as it is. For my next equation, I am considering x and I'm considering new y value. Okay, see here. I'm going to continue the iteration when I get the values 1. See here. This is approximate to 1. This is 1 and this is 1. So, I'm going to stop the iteration. Or here also it is approximate to 1. Therefore, x is 1, y is 1 and z is 1. Now, dear student, I'm going to have my next question, that is given of 40 equal to 184, f of 50 is 204, f of 60 is 226, f of 70 is 250, f of 80 is 276, f of 90 is 304. Now I want to find out f of 38 and f of 85 using suitable interpolation formula. See here, it is f of 38 which is nearer to f of 40. So it is forward interpolation, and if I consider 85 which is nearer to f of 90, so it is backward interpolation. So I'm going to apply forward interpolation as well as backward interpolation. See here, whatever the data I have, I'm going to represent in the form of tables. So this is my x value and this is my f of x, that is nothing but the y. Okay, see, I'm going to plot the table. Okay, I'm going to write all the x values and all the y values. Now, 204 minus 184, it is 20. Now, 226 minus 204, it is 22. Now, 250 minus 226, 224. 276 minus 250, 26. 304 minus 276, it is 28. Now, 22 minus 22, 24 minus 22, 2. 26 minus 24, 2. 28 minus 26, it is 2. Okay, and when I subtract, I'm getting the answer 0. Okay, fine. Now, I want to write both forward and backward interpolation formula. See, this is the forward interpolation formula. So, all are in terms of plus. Okay, so delta y naught. So, here this is delta square y naught, delta cube y naught, delta to the power y naught. Okay, this is the formula you have to remember and you have to write the values. So, delta square y naught, how much? 2. Okay, delta y naught, it is 20. Okay, delta cube y naught, it is 0. Okay, fine. Now, substitute all the values in this formula. The answer is, when f of 38, I'm having the answer 180.24. And if I consider Newton's backward interpolation formula, okay, see here, backward in the sense what? Nth element. So, xn, yn, delta yn, delta square yn, delta cube yn. See here, all are plus here. Okay, all are plus. Now substitute all the values and find the answer. So, when f of 85, I'm going to get the answer 208.9, that is 289.75. Now, dear student, I'm going to have the third unit, and under third unit 15th question, A, In that first question, use Taylor series method to find out y at x equal to 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. Consider the terms up to third degree given that. So this is the equation and they have given y of 0 equal to 1. Okay, now first I want to write the Taylor series expansion. Okay, this is the Taylor series expansion and from the given data, see, I want to find out y dash, y double dash, y triple dash. That is nothing but differentiation. Okay, so x naught is 0, y naught is 1 and y dash or y dash is nothing but function itself or equation itself. Now, okay, I want to simplify the formula. Okay, I'm going to simplify the formula. Now, y dash of, in the sense I need to find out y dash of 0, y double dash of 0 and y triple dash of 0. So, this is my y dash of y dash equal to x square plus y square. So when I substitute the value, I am going to get the answer 1. Now I want to find out y double dash. So here 2x plus it is with respect to y. So 2y into y dash. 2y into y dash and substitute the values. Okay, substitute the values. So here answer is 2. Now I want to find out y triple dash with respect to x. I want to find out or I want to differentiate with respect to x. So this 2x will become 2. Okay. Now 2y 2 double dash then 2y fine. Okay, see here. I'll write 2. I'll take 2 outside. So I'll take what is common here. 2 is common. So 2 I'll take outside. Y double dash plus here y dash present twice. So I'll write y dash square. And when I substitute the value, I got the answer 8. Okay, and I'm going to substitute all the values in the formula. And when I simplify, I'm going to get the answer. Okay, I want to find out with respect to y of 0.1, y of 0.2 and y of 0.3. When y of 0.1, I'm getting 1.113. And when y of 0.2, I'm getting 1.2507. And if I consider y of 0.3, I'm getting the answer 1.426. Okay, fine. The next question here is find y of 0.1 for y double dash equal to 1 plus 2xy minus x square z. X naught equal to 1, y naught equal to 1, x naught equal to 0, y naught equal to 1 and z naught equal to 0 with step length. What is the step length? H is nothing but 0.1 using Range-Kutta second method or second order. Okay. So what is the equation I have? Y double dash equal to 1 plus 2xy minus x square z. Y of 0, 1. Y double dash of 0, it is 0. Height is nothing but 0.1 and I want to find out y of 0.1. That is nothing but when x equal to 0.1, I have to find out what is y value. Okay, now put dy divided by dx nothing but z. Okay, that is nothing but the differentiation. I want to differentiate with respect to x. So that is nothing but d square y divided by dx square. Okay, now we have system of equation dy divided by dx is nothing but this z, that is f of x comma y comma z. Then what about dz divided by dx? That's nothing but the function itself, that is g of x comma y comma z. Okay, fine. Using method 1, K2 equal to hf of x naught plus h comma y naught plus k1, and I want to use Rangekutta second order. Okay, now k1 equal to height is nothing but 0.1 into function. I'm going to substitute x value, y value, z value. I'm getting the answer 0. And when I consider function of x comma y comma z, I'm getting the answer 0.1. So I got k1 and l1. Now I want to find out k2. So what is k2? Height into function x naught plus h comma y naught plus k1 comma z naught plus l1. I'm going to substitute all the values and I'm getting the answer 0.01, and I want to find out L2. Okay, that is nothing but the function. Okay, so h into g is nothing but the function or equation, and I'm getting the answer 0.1199. Now I want to find out when y of 0.1, what is the value? Okay, so y naught plus k1 plus k2 divided by 2, that is nothing but 1 plus 0.005, that's nothing but the 1.005. Therefore, when y of 0.1, the answer is 1.005. Now, dear student, I'm going to have the part B under 15th question, and the first question is evaluate 0 to 6 dx divided by 1 plus x square using Simpson's 1/3 rule, taking 4 equal strips and hence deduce an approximate value of pi. So dear student, here pi is nothing but 3.1214. The solution is, let us divide that into 0 to 1 into 4 equal strips. Okay, so 1 minus 0 divided by 4, that is nothing but 1 by 4. Okay, and n is nothing but 4. The point of division are x naught equal to 0, then 1 by 4, 2 by 4, etc. Okay, so x is nothing but a. Now, x1 is nothing but x naught plus h. x1 is nothing but x naught plus 2h, and it's going to continue. Okay, fine. So, what is x? X is 0. 0 plus h is how much? 1 by 4. The answer is 1 by 4. So, I got 1 by 4. Next time, x2 equal to 0 plus 2 by 4. So, answer is 1 by 2. I got 1 by 2. Next time, x3 equal to 0 plus 3 by 4. Answer is 3 by 4. I got 3 by 4. Next time, x4 equal to 0 plus 4 by 4. The answer is 1. Okay, I got the value 1. Okay, now what I want to do, when x equal to 0, I want to find the value. Okay, answer is 1. When x equal to 1 by 4, the answer is 16 by 17. When x equal to half, the answer is 4 by 5. When x equal to 3 by 4, the answer is 16 by 24. When x equal to 1, the answer is 1 by 2. Now what I want to do, I want to construct the table. Okay, and I have the Simpson's 1 by 3rd rule, and I want to substitute all the values. Okay, I'm going to substitute all the values, and when I simplify, I'm getting the answer 0.7854. Now, dear student, I'm going to have another question, that is, find the mean of the following data using direct method and assumed mean method. See here, these are the class interval. Okay, for the single problem, I am using both the methods, direct method and assumed mean method. See, I have the class, interval and frequency. Okay, then what about class marks? That is 0 plus 10 by 2, the answer is 5. Next time, 10 plus 20, 30 by 2, 15, and it's going to continue. And what is xi, fi? So I'm going to multiply. 9 into 5, 45, 13 into 15, 195, and so on. And what is the direct method formula? That is sigma xi into fi divided by summation of fi. So what is summation of fi? That's nothing but the summation of frequency 55. Now summation of xi fi is nothing but 1415 divided by 55. The answer is 25.73. Now in my assumed mean, I'm going to assume the mean value. Okay. And if I consider class interval, the interval starts from 0 to 50, and I'm going to assume that maybe 25. So A is nothing but 25. And I have the frequency Fi. Okay. And I'm going to have the mid value, that is Xi. Now, I want to find out di. Di is nothing but xi minus a. So, what is xi? That is 5 minus a. That is 25. That is minus 20. Then minus 25. That is 15 minus 25 minus 10. 25 minus 25. It is 0. Okay, and it's going to continue. Now, what is fi into di? So here I have 12 and I have the di. So minus 20. Minus 20 into 12, it is minus 240. 15 into minus 10, minus 150, and so on. The answer is 260. Now I'm having the assumed mean value, that is a plus summation of di fi divided by summation of fi. So dear student, when I simplify, I'm going to get the answer 28.17. Now dear student, I'm going to have another question, that is from 4th unit and the 16th question. In that first part A, in that first question, marks of the student in a particular subject of a class are given below. See here, I have the group data. Okay, and I have the number of student, and what I want to find out? I want to find out standard deviation. I want to find out standard deviation. Okay, see here, I'm going to write the class interval as it is. Okay, I'm going to have the mid value and I'm having the frequency. So here 0 plus 10, it is 10, 10 divided by 2, 5. 30 divided by 2, 15. 20 plus 30, 50 divided by 2, 25, and it's going to continue. Frequency, which is represented in the question or presented in the question. Okay, now I want to find out di equal to xi minus a. See here, What is A? That is nothing but the assumed mean. Okay. Now, if I consider the class interval, it starts from 0 and it's going to end when it reaches 70. So, I'm going to assume 35 as the medium or mean or mid value. Okay. So, A is nothing but 35. So, 5 minus 35 minus 30. 15 minus 35 minus 20, and it's going to continue. So dear student, here C is nothing but step deviation. Okay, so if I consider this class interval, okay, what is the difference? I have 10, 10. Okay, so C is nothing but 10. In the sense, all the numbers are multiple of 10. Okay, so C is 10. Here it is 30, that's minus 30 divided by 10 minus 3. Minus 20 divided by 10 minus 2, and it's going to continue. Now Fi into Di. So I have Fi and I have Di. 8 into minus 3 minus 24. 12 into minus 2 minus 24, and it's going to continue. In the sense, I want to find out F into D square. Okay. Now I want to find out F into D square, and when I perform F into D square, I am getting 72, 48, 17, etc. Okay. So dear student, now I want to find the summation of Fi into Di, that is minus 30, and if I find summation of Fi into D square, I am having the answer to 10. Now dear student, I am having the formula, that is standard deviation equal to C into square root of summation of Fi into Di square divided by n minus summation of Fi Di divided by n whole square. Now what is n? Here n is not the number of element. Here n is nothing but sum of the value. Okay, n is nothing but sum of frequency. So what is sum of frequency? That is nothing but the 71. And when I simplify, I am getting the answer 16.67. So dear student, I am going to have another question, that is calculate the mean of the following data. And I have the data, that is the height in terms of centimeter and number of students. So dear student, see here, I am going to represent the data in the form of tables. See, I'll write all the data as well as student number. Okay, now I'm going to find the cumulative frequency. So I'll write 8 as it is. 8 plus 4, it is 12. 12 plus 3, 15. 15 plus 7, it is 22. 22 plus 3, 25. 25 plus 12, it is 37. 37 plus 4, it is 41. Now, there are n is nothing but 41. So when I add all this, I'm getting the answer 41. So here median equal to size of n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have the even number, so n plus 1. Okay, divided by 2. So here 41 plus 1, it is 42, divided by 2, it is 21. So 22 students have the height less than or equal to 15 centimeter. This means that the 21st student has a height 15 centimeter. Therefore, the median here is 155 centimeter. Now, I am going to have B in that first question. Find the mode of the following data. See here, this is once again group data and I have number of student. Okay, see here. I'm going to write the marks as well as I'm going to write the number of student. Now, mode equal to L plus F minus F1, 2, that is divided by 2 F minus F1 minus F2 into C. So, dear student, here mode class is, if I consider this data, mode class is nothing but 20 minus, that is 20 to 30. Okay, and see, F1 is 38. So, this is my F and this is my F2. See, F is nothing but 46, F1 is nothing but 38, F2 is nothing but 44. Okay, then class interval is nothing but 30 minus 20, that is nothing but 10. Now I have the formula and I'm going to substitute the value. L is nothing but 20. So this is the initial class interval. So 20 of 40 plus 38, 2 into 46 minus 38 minus 24 into 10. Okay, when I simplify this one, I'm getting the answer 24. This is the mode. Now, I'm going to have the last question, that is, calculate the Spearman's rank correlation coefficient for the following data. I have the following data. So, dear student, this Spearman's rank correlation is nothing but the rank correlation. This comes under 4th unit. Okay, now see here, I have the subject Tamil, English. Okay, now I have the marks. I'm going to write the marks as it is. Okay, and see here, for the highest marks, I'm going to give the rank 1. And for the lowest marks, lowest rank, it is 5. So 1, see, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If I consider English, once again, 42 highest. Okay, next highest is 35, next 33, then 24 and 25. Okay, I'm going to give the rank. Now, DI equal to RI minus R2I. So, I want to minus this one with this one. So, 1 minus 5 minus 4. 5 minus 1, 4. 4 minus 2, it is 2. 2 minus 4 minus 2, 3 minus 3, it is 0. And when I take D square, 16, 16, 4, 4, total is 40. Summation is 40. Now, I have the formula. Okay, summation is nothing but 40. N is nothing but number of elements 5. And I have the rank correlation formula. And I want to substitute the values according to the formula, and when I simplify this one, I'm going to get the answer 1. So dear student, these are the certain problems or these are the certain method you can expect in your upcoming exams. Anyway, dear student, thank you for watching my videos and thank you for supporting me. Thank you.